Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Top 10 list. My name is Timmy Trinkle, also known as Horror Fan for Life. And today I'm giving you my top 10 wedding movies. Yes, there are so many movies out there about weddings, and I figured I'd go ahead and give you my top 10 favorite wedding movies. Before I start this top 10, I have some honorable mentions, and they are My Best Friend's Wedding, Four Weddings and a Funeral, The Princess Bride, Runaway Bride, Mamma Mia, The Proposal, In and Out, I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, Shrek, and The Birdcage. All really good wedding movies, just couldn't crack my top 10. But what did, starting with number 10, is American Wedding. I love the American Pie franchise, especially the four theatrical movies. I do like two of the movies that went straight to DVD, The Book of Love and The Naked Mile. The other two I think were crap and I didn't care for. But American Wedding is really, really funny. Um, and you have Michelle and Jim finally getting married, and yeah, it's a blast. Definitely one of the best wedding movies out there. Number 9 is Sex and the City, the movie, the first one. Um, Probably going to get love hate on this pick, but I love the four leading ladies. Even though there was turmoil between um, Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall, it was still a great series on HBO. And I love the first movie. The second movie was okay, but I love the first movie. She's supposed to get married to Mr. Big, and of course he breaks her heart. And from there, they decide to take a trip, and the trip is freaking hilarious. My favorite character, of course, is Kim Cattrall. Her character is freaking hilarious. But I love this movie. I love the series. My dad is the one that actually introduced me to this series, along with The Sopranos as well. And I can't thank him enough for introducing me to the two of the great shows that were on HBO. And yeah, just a phenomenal movie, really funny. Number 8 is Father of the Bride, Steve Martin. I mean, need I say more? The sequel I wasn't really fond of, but the first movie is really funny. I really enjoyed it. It was a toss-up between this and Four Weddings and a Funeral. But I've seen Father of the Bride a few more times. I think it's a little bit funnier, which is why I got the tiebreaker, and it's at number 8. But it's an enjoyable movie, and Steve Martin is great as always. Number 7 is The Wedding Singer. Yes, Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore. Most would consider this to be Sandler's best movie. I, on the other hand, don't consider it his best movie, but it is a great wedding movie. And Drew Barrymore is my favorite actress of all time. And it's a great love story. And Sandler's at his best. Definitely a top 10 movie of his. But yeah, it's a funny movie. I love the characters, and Sandler's just classical Sandler's screaming and yelling. His lady leaves him before the wedding, and yeah, it's a great movie. It's a classic. Number 6 is one I just recently watched. It's Rachel Getting Married. I highly recommend you check that out. I think I did a review of it on my channel, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it's on Facebook. I'm not going to really explain a whole lot about this movie because I want you guys to watch it, but it is a very good movie. Number 5 is Steel Magnolias. This is a heartbreaking movie, but you got Sally Field, Dolly Parton, Julia Roberts. It's just a fantastic movie about these Southern women who are preparing for a wedding, and Sally Field's daughter, played by Julia Roberts, Shelby, has health problems, and she she can't have a baby because otherwise she'll die. Well, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert, but she dies towards the end of the movie, and it's just really heartbreaking. But all the friends come together uh, for her mom, played by Sally Field, and it's just a fantastic movie and one of the best female-led movies out there. You know, but yeah, just a funny but heartwarming and heartbreaking movie as well. Number four is Meet the Parents. I mean, what else can you say? Uh, Ben Stiller, uh, Robert De Niro, Owen Wilson. You got a great cast, and the name Gaylord Fucker. I mean, come on? This is one of the great comedies to start off the year 2000. Pardon me. And it is just hilarious. He's trying to impress um, her parents, and all the while De Niro is grilling Stiller or Gaylord in the movie, and yeah, it's just a great back and forth between them two. And Owen Wilson being the ex-boyfriend just makes it even better. Yeah, it's just a classic movie. I love the trilogy, but the first movie by far is a classic and definitely worth being on my list or anybody's list for that matter. Number three is Bridesmaids. Again, this to me is the best female lead movie ever, in my opinion. Um, Melissa McCarthy, Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig. She wrote a great screenplay for this movie. And even Melissa McCarthy, she was nominated for an Oscar for her performance. That's how good she was. But I love the ladies in this movie. I love the fact that Kristen Wiig is jealous of Maya Rudolph. She's getting married, and she's going to miss that friendship. And I just love the bond that all these characters have, and their chemistry is just great. But the best scene is when they're trying on the dresses and they all have the runs. That is a classic poop scene in any movie, and yeah, I just love this movie. I've seen this one the most out of probably all these on this list, except for my number two and number one. But yeah, Bridesmaids is great. Number two is The Hangover. The Hangover is my favorite comedy of all time. It's number two on this list because the number one movie I think is the best wedding movie because of the story and a lot of things, but we'll get into that in a minute. But The Hangover is my favorite comedy of all time as of right now. I have a poster of Zach Galifianakis over here on my wall, and yeah, it's just fantastic. I do like the trilogy, although the third movie was a fall off from the first two. I do enjoy the trilogy. I love the characters. It's got a great cast. But the first movie is by far a classic. I can't believe it's going to be 10 years next year that movie was released, and it's just hilarious. Definitely worth the number two spot. I had a tough time between that one and my number one. I was going back and forth. But my number one movie, I think, as a wedding movie, is better. And that is Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers, when this came out in 2005, I couldn't stop laughing. Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn love to crash weddings. That's what they do. 3.5 to 4 week period a year, they crash weddings all the time. They do it for the free booze, free cake, and they're trying to get laid. They want to bang all the chicks they can do. And they end up doing this one wedding that has Rachel McAdams and Ilsa Fisher. Ilsa Fisher in this movie is my favorite character. She's a little badass in this movie. And she's so short next to Vince Vaughn, but I love it. And I love all the characters in this movie. Bradley Cooper plays the douchebag boyfriend to Rachel McAdams, and almost falls for her. It's just a great movie. The comedy, the jokes hit. The opening scene with Rebecca De Mornay and Dwight Yoakam getting a divorce is hysterical. And from there, it just takes off. And you got Christopher Walken, who is I believe he's a senator in this movie, or congressman. He's one of those people. And he's really funny in this movie. Rachel McAdams' brother in this movie, who plays her brother in the movie, who is shy. He's an artist. His chemistry with Vince Vaughn, the bedroom scene is hilarious. God, it's just a freaking hilarious movie. And the cameo with Will Ferrell in the third act as their mentor, and he is crashing funerals, but the way he does it and delivers it is freaking awesome. This is a great movie, and it is the best wedding movie in my opinion. Now, I have seen a lot, but there are a lot more that I haven't seen, and the list could change over time. But until then, Wedding Crashers is the best wedding movie in my opinion. In the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions on my list, and let me know what some of your favorite wedding movies are. Give me a top 10 if you'd like. But let me know what you thought about my list. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's talk about movies. I'm going to be doing another top 10 list of my top 10 movies that have a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll be doing that here shortly. And then later on this evening, I'm going to be doing my countdown to Halloween movie list that I'll be watching starting October 1st all the way through October 31st. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that list too. But until next time, I thank you for watching, and check you later.